strikes Iran launched over the past year. Israel says it targeted 20 precise locations, including Iran's air defense system and missile manufacturing locations.
Iran said some locations suffered limited damage. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin spoke with Israel's Minister of Defense today, reaffirming the ironclad commitment of the U.S. to Israel's security and right to self-defense. Former President Trump and Vice President Harris both campaigning in battleground Michigan today.
Former President Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris are heading to Blue Wall battleground states today. Trump and Harris will be on opposite sides of Michigan. Trump in the Detroit area, Harris in Kalamazoo. Trump then heads to Pennsylvania for a rally in State College. Meantime, another big name is joining Harris today. Former First Lady Michelle Obama is campaigning with Harris to mark the first day of statewide early voting in Michigan. This comes after her star-studded evening at Shell Energy Stadium in Houston. Some of the celebrities that joined her included Jessica Alba, Willie Nelson, Kelly Rowland, and Beyonce.
Fox's Madeline Rivera. Former President Trump interviewed for nearly 3 hours on the Joe Rogan podcast yesterday about the assassination attempts, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Elon Musk, and North Korea. America is listening to Fox News.
Welcome. You're listening to Winning at Life, live financial news talk radio. It is live radio. We're going to talk about today's news. I've got a lot of ideas for you to share with you. We're going to have Dwayne Stein with us this first hour. A lot to talk about, a lot going on. Kind of have an idea of what's on your mind as well. But I'd also like to hear it. So if you called us into the show, we'll take your question. Try to give you some guidance and way forward. It is the money show, so we love financial questions. That number is 504 2600995. You can reach out to us through the Winning at Life app as well. At Winning at Life app, you can call the show, become a part of the Winning at Life Nation, text the show as well. And another great resource for you is the website. You can find a lot of information about the show, about myself, your host, Gregory Ricks, and my day job, as well as the news blog is one of the great resources for you to connect to the information and expand your knowledge. And I think that's kind of one of the most important things is expanding your knowledge and information. It helps you make better decisions going forward. And some of the content I'm going to cover with you today is about helping you expand your knowledge as well as making better financial decisions. I was on a couple of news shows this week helping the public from that standpoint. And I'll go over some of that information with you as well to make sure that you're on top of your game from a financial standpoint. And of course, if you're looking for a little bit of help, you could reach out to me, at my firm, the day job, Gregory Ricks and Associates, the Total Wealth Authority. Advisors and retirement strategies. Hey, Dwayne, welcome to Winning at Life. How are you today?
Man, I am doing fantastic, Gregory. Fantastic.
Well, good. So what's new with you? We hadn't talked in a few weeks.
Yeah, no, just, I think like everything, just, rocking and rolling, getting some closings done. I think, trying to juggle this you talk about education and knowledge, right, and growing knowledge. I think, right now more than ever, I'm doing a lot of explaining about the difference, Gregory, between federal funds rate and mortgage rates, right? So many people thought, hey, I'm going to wait for the Fed to drop those rates, and the Fed dropped by 50 basis points, and, hey, why are mortgage rates now going the other way, right? So a lot of that stuff going on, and just I think, like most folks, this election has a lot of folks, when I'm talking to my clients, folks just want to wait, whether good, bad, or whatever, just kind of want to see where everything goes, and then kind of can make some decisions from there. So, just managing the everyday life of being in the mortgage lending business, and, trying to show people the value and really help educate folks on the benefits of home ownership, Gregory.
I saw in the news recently, famous talking head kind of was talking about if you don't buy real estate within the next month, it's too late. Did you see that headline?
No, I did not.
I think it was Barbara Cochran. You're familiar with her name.
Yeah,
everybody
absolutely.
is.
Yeah.
So I was seeing some headline according to that.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kind of made me wonder. So I did read into that a little bit. Let me see if I can pull that up here. But with your thought on that is basically she's saying if you're waiting on interest rates to go down for your decision to buy, she's expecting real estate. And the point of her saying it's too late, because real estate's going to continue going up is the problem. She doesn't think interest rates are the problem. It's the going up of the values of real estate, because supply is going to continue to be short.
A huge challenge, Gregory. And she's been for the last year and a half, kind of like we have, trying to explain to folks the benefits of home ownership. And the supply continues. And Gregory, you and I always read in. We don't just buy the headlines, right? And you got to kind of read the fabric of the story and make sure things aren't clickbait. But so when you see, hey, inventory's up 23% over last year, well, that is good. That is good. But it's still way short of what it was pre-pandemic. And I hate, I don't like to go, oh, well, back in the day. But the facts are we're way short on inventory or supply, so to speak. And these are real things. And that's why, yes, home values will continue. And it is so funny because it's trying to get folks to understand. And, you just kind of want to be able to go, all right, hey, here's the cheat code. Click left on your controller twice, hit the A button at the same time as you hit the B button, and you'll get 10 extra men. And I'm trying to do that, but I also get it if folks go, hey, I'm not interested in getting some extra lives right now. In my head, this is what my beliefs are, and I want to do it. And you can't force someone when it's their largest investment. They've got to be comfortable with it. So my job is just to continue to educate them and show them what tools are available for them, Gregory, and show them, kind of give them a roadmap of what home ownership looks like at this price range and what your expectation is to be.
And the other thing I'm hearing is how even though we had a Fed rate cut over the past few weeks, we've seen interest rates moving up. And am I hearing that right?
Oh, big time. Yeah, big time. I mean, just since the Fed, because I know you're a numbers guy. So the Fed cut, right? We came on, the Fed number was 6.20 was the 30-year conventional. Ended business yesterday at 6.90, right? So, and this is all since the Fed, because a lot of folks thought, oh, the Fed's going to cut 0.5%. That means rates are going to drop. So the rates are going in the other direction. And, and it's the market trying to hedge, trying to figure out which way this election's going to go, trying to figure out, all right, if this wins, that wins, all stuff that's way above my pay grade. It's more in your ballpark, that's for sure. But it's all these things that are having an effect, and, it goes back to the old, did we wait too long? What's real? These jobless claims, how can we 3 weeks ago have a record job number, and then the following week a jobless claims comes out where, we're at, the most jobless claims in, X amount, 18 straight months or whatever it is, so it's just all over the place, and it's creating it's like stepping on an ant pile every day, Gregory, when you walk into my office. You just don't know. The day starts off good, and the rates go all over the place.
So where are we now? Am I seeing 6.9% on a 30-year?
Yeah, 6.9 on a 30, a 15.637. FHA, there's still some opportunities there, 6.36. Jumbo, 7% right now. VA, 6.38. So the biggest thing, Gregory, is that 10-year. That 10 years up. We were down to 3.65 on a 10-year. It's back up to 4.5, right? So as you know, that's with the 10 years, what mortgage rates follow, and that's what's up right now.
So when you're dealing with the public and they're making considerations of buying, what's the vibe when people are buying? How long are they looking to keep a property? Does that come into your discussion to pick up on what they're thinking about?
Yeah, usually I want to make sure for them we're talking about is it 5 years, right? Because Gregory, folks have got to be careful because they got, everybody wants to try to get to that 20 and 21 rate, right? Those rates. And it's not possible in today's market. But you have folks who will try and sell a number on a piece of paper at all costs. And maybe it's buying discount points. So the biggest thing I try to do is educate how long do you plan on being here, right? And what is the number? If the rate drops by what percent are you willing to go, all right, let's refinance? And that's what we look at. And that's where I try to show them the benefits of maybe let's go with a little bit of a higher rate right now. Save your money, right? Let's not go chase a number on a piece of paper that we know is going to be down the road anyway. So those are the things. So the vibe, that's one of the big things always. How long do we plan on being here? And look, the data shows people are staying in their home a lot longer than it was when I was a kid and growing up. People are staying in their homes longer now. And especially the whole market's changed now. And they're going to continue to stay in their homes because those folks with that 2.5%, 3% more than likely aren't leaving anytime soon. So that's why we're starting to see this going up, just the trend of people sitting in their homes longer.
Yeah, it causes them to hang in there even if they are wanting to move up in size, move down in size, or relocate, knowing that they're going to pay twice the interest rate for the new property, regardless of how long they're keeping it.
Yeah, I mean, that's a hard pill to swallow, right? Hey, let me get rid of my 4% or my 3.5%, go get 6.5%, and pay higher for now, you're going to benefit because you're going to sell your house and you're going to make a premium, but you're going to go pay that premium somewhere else. So that's why folks just go, you know what? I like my neighbor. I could have a beer with him on a Friday night. I could wave to them, and I don't dislike them. So I'm going to stick here right now. And that's what we're seeing in the market. People are staying put. It's that simple.
What about on refis? Well, we got some music. I'm going to ask the question. Well, I'm going to tell you the question.
All right.
From a viewpoint of refinances, how are people looking at that? And we'll talk about that on the other side of the break. You're listening to Winning at Life with Gregory Ricks. I have Dwayne Stein with me this hour. He can take your questions. Call us at 504-260-0995. We'll be right back.
Ask Gregory is a financial podcast from the guys who bring you Winning at Life with Gregory Ricks.
Could this be your Social Security, your 401k, pension, lump sum, your debt, student debt, credit cards?
You all are so good. I've listened to you for years. Sometimes I'll pull over to the side of the road and just listen.
Find the Ask Gregory podcast on the Winning at Life app, the iHeartRadio app, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Investment advisory services offered through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
Brave homeowners, marry the house, date the rate. Well, finally, mortgage rates are falling, which means better options for you. Now you can save hundreds, maybe thousands with a simple refinance. Let Mortgage Gumbo show you how. Visit MortgageGumbo.com. What's cooking, Gumbo Nation? This is Dwayne Stein with Mortgage Gumbo. Finally, interest rates are falling. Future homeowners, lower rates